Hello, welcome back to the channel. Something a little bit different today. I've got my wife's Fiat 500. Needs service, so we're going to do that. We've changed the oil, filters, 4 spark plugs as well. I've got a new sump washer. So there's all the bits and pieces for it. I'm going to put in that engine flush to start with. And before I do that, I need to check that I can get the sump plug off. Because if I can't get the existing sump plug off, I don't want to be putting that in. Because I won't be able to go anywhere to sort it. So, let's get started. Let's have a look. I need to jack the car up, just on this side, just so I can get to it, because it's really tight. There's not much clearance under there at all. The sump. Just have a look under there. Just there. So yeah, I have to jack it up so I can get a tray under here to catch all the old oil as well. Alright. Alright, so I've had a look at that sump plug. Yeah, I can loosen that, so that's no problem. It's really tight. I was a bit concerned at first, but yeah, get it loose. So the idea is now to get the engine up to normal running temperature, switch it off, put the flush in, and then turn it back on again, let it idle. It says fast idle for 15 minutes, but I just let it idle for 15 minutes. Yeah, let temperature rise a little bit more, and then give it 5 minutes or so before we put the flush in. Right, okay, must be nearly there now. But if you can hear that little noise, it sounds like a rubbing noise or something. What it actually is this. Try it. Gone. That there, near it. If you pick it up on the camera. Yeah, nothing to worry about. Right, let's have a look. Yeah, that'll do, won't it? Right. But I'll switch that off. And we'll add this engine treatment. Let's try and put that there. That's the bit dirty, isn't it? Now it says treats 3 to 6 litres of oil. So it's, there we go. Hang on, we need a funnel. There we go. Right, that's it. No turning back now. So, start it up. Give it 15 minutes. Great, I reckon that's a good 15 minutes anyway, so almost good with that. Still at temperature, turn it off. Right, okay, so now I'll get it jacked up empty the oil. So that's the oil fully drained, I think. It seems to be a great deal there. Maybe it was low. The filter eventually came off. Could not get it off with that ratchet. There's no room to work on there at all. Well, not with a jack like that anyway, might be better on a ramp perhaps. So I had to stick a screwdriver in and just leverage it off with that. But it's off anyway, so drill, that's great. And then we've got this new one to go on now. So we'll get that on, put the sump plug back in, and then fill it with oil. Okay, so the filters, well, the new filter's on. A bit of oil around the seal, sump plugs in, and I'll just refill it with clean oil. 2.8 litres it says. I've got 5 litres here, so I get just over half of this out. I'll check the dipstick. About right, doesn't it? Good stuff. Just leave it to settle for a bit, and I'll check it again in a minute. Right, so whilst I'm waiting for the oil to settle in there, I'll just do the air filter. I think it's in here, it's your 8mm. There must be another set of bolts underneath there, so the two 10mm bolts there, I'll take the whole unit off. You can do it that way. Whew, that was harder than it needed to be. There's the old filter. Doesn't actually look too bad, does it? But 2017 is probably the original. I'll put the new one in. And new compared with the old. Drill. So now for the spark plugs. Doesn't look too tricky. 1, 2, 3, 4 there. Should be easy enough. So I've got my spark plug socket on the end of it, no problem. I've had to put universal joint on there just because it's at too much of an angle, but I don't think I've got enough length on that bar. So just to make it easier, I'm going to remove this whatever it is that the spark plugs connect to. So I'll take that off, hopefully I'll have more access. It looks absolutely perfect to me. I don't see the point in changing that at all. So I won't. I'll check each one, make sure they're all the same, but yeah, I just don't see the point in changing it at all. Perfect. Practically new, maybe they were changed a couple of years ago before the wife bought the car. Okay, I'll put that one back in, I'll check the rest. They're all practically the same, so put this back together and that's it for the plugs. Box is a right pain. It have to be so blooming hard to get off. Anyway, got that off, put it back on. If you think you're doing this yourself, there's a clip on there. You see that there? Whatever you do, don't take that off, because as hard as I've tried, I cannot get it back on. Probably a special clip that you can only use one, so you need a special tool for. Who knows? I'll put cable tie in it for now. I'll get a Jubilee clip. Sort that out, but it's not going anywhere. Okay, right, that's it, done. Spark plugs down there, I've checked them, they seem alright, so I'm not even going to bother changing them. Do that another time perhaps. We've got a cabin filter to do. Let's give it a start and see if all is okay. Like tapping noise as soon as it fired up, but it went straight away, so that's the oil getting back to the top. All good. All good. So it's the next day now. I had to get a 5.5mm spanner for that little nut there. So I got this off Amazon. Ordered it last night, Saturday, and it's come today, Sunday. How good's that? But this should be the perfect size. There we go. Struggled like mad last night trying to get this off. I didn't have anything the right size. This is perfect size, but still not easy peasy. Let's see how we get on with this. Turn it a tiny little bit at a time. Obviously this car was designed with the left-hand drive market in mind, so when they've done it like this with the right-hand drive, I've ended up with the steering was. Remember out the ribs were up and down like that, and the arrows, you can see the arrows on there, the direction of the airflow, so they need turning around so that way. The arrows are pointing towards the inside of the car. Oh, that was a faff. Managed to get it in. I had to move camera and my lamp out the way because it was just too crowded in here. But yeah, got it in. Just to crush it up quite a bit, but it's sprung back into shape once it's in. So that's fine. I'll put the cover back on, put the plug back in, and yeah, that's the cabin filter done. What a pain. Well, that concludes this video. The service on my wife's Fiat 500. So we've done the oil filter, air filter, cabin filter, and that was it. Didn't do the spark plugs. I didn't think they needed doing. Did check them all and were just the same as that first one. So you know, what's the point in changing them? So yeah, it's not been the easiest car to service, I don't think, that I've ever done. But yeah, got there in the end. And now I've done it once, certainly do it again another time. The only issue that I have got is how to reset the service timer on there. So click on there, servicing 1,577 miles or 0 days. So I've had a look online. I think the only way you can reset that is by some programming or something. So if anyone's got any ideas how I can do that, drop me a comment, let me know. Could be keen to get that sorted without taking it into a garage for them to do. So cheers, thanks for watching. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up and please subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much.